Welcome to another episode of Speak On It, y'all. I'm your host with my co-hosts. I'm Dom. Got my man Bib with me, my man Tamine. It is a football Friday. We got football back. We got college football. We got uh, regular football. It's crazy, right? That we got baseball, football, hockey, basketball, all in September right now. Um, who would have thought, right? We got tennis and golf. Like we got all sports um, in September right now. So a lot to talk about. I'm excited about it though. Just want to get these picks in. Without further ado, make sure that y'all are going to our Facebook page, like it, subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Instagram, and listen to us on Spotify. But I'm gonna let my man Biv say something to y'all before we get started.
Man, just welcome to the show. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna eat my crow right now. I picked the Nuggets to come out the West, and the Clippers is handling them right now. So I eat my crow. I got no problem with it.
Listen,
It's still some time. It's still some time.
I'm out there with my Kawhi Leonard.
It's still some time, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro.
Welcome everybody. Let's get everything going. I ain't,
Listen,
we ain't did this in a long time.
I know. Listen, let's talk about right there. Start right there, right? That in that series again, like I said, I think it's over. But I wanted to talk real quick on what Michael Porter said, and what we're seeing. Um, I me and Tamon talked about it a little bit. I think it was okay. It was cool and it wasn't cool. I think it was because I don't think that this is something that just happened. I think that's probably something that was a build up. He was balling before all this happened. You take him out of the lineup, you start to see a difference in it. Jamal Murray flourishes, and now we're starting to see that it's a two-man game that Coach Malone has relied on. Um, and I think that Michael Porter is frustrated, and rightfully so, because I think that he could be a difference maker in this series, and I think that the Clippers haven't taken him out of the series. I think the coach has taken him out of the series. He's frustrated, and he's voiced that frustration to the media. So I think it was wrong and right in the same breath.
I get his frustrations. At the same time, I feel like um, I mean, when we're talking about a team trying to get to a championship, stuff like that is something that needs to be discussed within the team and not necessarily in the open. I mean, if you want to have those discussions within the team. But we know how the media can spread the narrative and it can get out of hand. So when you allow that to get into the hands of the reporters, then you have different storylines of what's going to happen, and that can break up a team. So that in itself, that can become a monster. So I mean, that was just my only beef with it as far as bringing it out to the public. I'm not saying that he's not wrong. He definitely should voice his opinion to his coach and his team as well, because they may feel the same way. You never know. So that's my take.
I feel the same way both of y'all feel. He wasn't wrong about you know what he said. He was just wrong with where he said it and who he said it to. Um, I'm not saying that you know it would have made that big of a difference in the series. Um, because he's still trying to figure out his game at the same time. But it was the truth. They needed to open the offense up and give some other guys some opportunities to hit some shots, especially with Jamal Murray or Jokic doesn't have it going. You have other guys that are capable of knocking down shots. But he should have kept that in house. He shouldn't have brought it out to the media. He'll live and learn and move on.
So my question to y'all was the stance I stand on, and it is why is it okay for a coach to out a player like Malone did when he benched him and said that he wasn't playing any defense, and that's why the reason why he got benched. But then when the player turns around and says that the coach isn't doing his job, it's okay. Why is it a double standard?
I mean, in my opinion, um, I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right for things like that to be said in the open. Um, I mean, things like that need to be handled. There's certain ways that you can deflect certain questions. I mean, Bill Belichick is the master of it.
Hmm.
So, I mean, he's a teacher. You need to learn to understand. Let's move on. Let's get on. But team issues doesn't need to be aired out because that's when you get in the way of, like I said, that media monster can fan it. So
I don't. It's one of those things for me. I don't think that he should necessarily say negative things about the player. You know that he's not playing good defense, or maybe he should word it differently. That he's not playing because there's areas of his game that he needs to improve on in order to get the minutes back that he was having before. So I feel like if the coach can word it correctly, he's fine. But I just wouldn't flat out say that he stinks on defense or he's not playing. He's not playing really well on the defensive end because if one of your major superstars is not playing well, you're not gonna bench them. So I just say that there's areas of his game he needs to improve on to earn his minutes back. So
Good. Okay, cool. Understanding. So talk about the other game that's going on. Rockets, Lakers. Like Biv, I eat my crow on both of them because I did pick Denver to beat the Clippers, and I picked Houston to beat the Lakers, and it looked like they both going down in 5. Playoff Rondo, man. That's all I got to say. Playoff Rondo. Perk said something today, or the other day on Twitter. The Lakers got 3 coaches, and it feel like the Rockets ain't got none. That's how it feels. But Rondo's a coach, LeBron's a coach, and Vogel's a coach. So that's all I gotta say. Playoff Rondo. The reason I picked the Rockets to win is because I thought that the Lakers did not have enough outside of LeBron and AD, and every night it's either been a Rondo or a Kuzma or a Caruso who showed up, and that's the reason why the series is up 3-1. And the Rocket stars or their role players have not played the best that they could play, and that's why they're down.
But what sucks is that like I've been trying to take up for James Harden, and here it is. Where is he at? I mean, it's great to see that the role players are stepping up. At the same time, the Rockets are pretty much playing Rockets playoff basketball. It doesn't seem like no matter who you put in that system, it's not working. So like you said, it comes down to 3 coaches versus none. D'Antoni, yeah, he's a great offensive mind, so he might need to be an offensive coordinator somewhere, and give up the ring because it's not working.
I'm gonna tell you before Biv, I let Biv jump in there. What you said, his defense is actually was keeping them in the games, which is crazy. It's the defense that's keeping them these games close, and his offense looks trash, which I don't get it.
But is it the players in the offense or is it the offense?
It is. So I let my man Biv answer it.
Go ahead.
this is a classic. Think about this though. You put Mike D'Antoni, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook in the same blender, and you mix them up.
And you said go win the championship.
And you said go win the championship. The GM is the person that really needs to go first because he put this mess together. Like you put a guy in Russell Westbrook who since Kevin Durant has accomplished nothing with all-star teammates.
MVP.
And then James Harden, well,
MVP.
y'all know how I feel about, huh?
He said he won the MVP, but
okay. Again, he accomplished nothing. He won an MVP and lost in the first round. He accomplished nothing. Like we can talk about individuals. He probably was all NBA and everything. We can run down the accolades that he accomplished, but in the end, he didn't accomplish anything. That's not. I guarantee that's he'll look. He won it, but he don't want that. He won a ring. So he didn't accomplish anything. James Harden won an MVP too. He's gonna finish in the top 5 in MVP every year, but he's not accomplishing anything. This dude was 2 for 11. 2 for 11, but he made 16 free throws. So he got the 20. Like if you continue to count on James Harden to be the best player on the championship team, you're gonna continue to fail. It's just that simple. But if you say that he's looking for a Jordan, people are gonna lose their mind. But he obviously needs one.
He is a Jordan. I think he's a Jordan. I think he's a Jordan. I think if he had Paul George,
don't ever disrespect Jordan like that. Don't ever disrespect Jordan. Like, he is nowhere near.
He is a number one option. He just needs the people around him and the right coach.
Dom, how much more evidence do you need for this dude for you to say that this dude is not the guy?
Let me ask you this question. Right?
This has been since his freshman year in college.
I get it.
He has stunk it up on the biggest stage since his freshman year in college. How much? What are we gonna do? Give him another 5-10 years before we say, okay, we was wrong.
They put this. Listen, they put a boxing one in on him this series. A boxing one, and said, Russell Westbrook, you gotta beat us. And Russell Westbrook couldn't do it. And Russell Westbrook taking mad shots, jumpers, threes. And now listen, I'm not saying James Harden is absolved, right? Last night was a terrible shooting night. Last year, I think he played well. Well, last year he had no excuse. I'm gonna tell you this: they had no KD, and they was at full strength, and they still lost to Golden State. But Golden State is Golden State. Like I don't know what else to say. Like, he ran up against dynasties.
I ain't for it. I'm not.
I got you. Listen. James Harden, we can't keep defending you, man. We can't keep defending you. Go ahead, Tamar. You got something to say?
He's gonna have to take his career in his own hands. I mean, either one of them, to be quite honest. I mean, when it comes down to it, like, you're gonna have to have the right players around you. And I mean, even when you're talking about a system with D'Antoni, like, the system is good for a regular season, but you need a coach that can actually have different game plans besides having 6'5" guy and playing the small ball. Like, it's good when the matchups happen, but now we're talking about playing a 7-game series. That's not going to work. I mean, James, yeah, he's not performing as well, but at the same time, I did see him, and maybe this is a bailout. He had a clutch block at the end of the last series that helped him win. That to me was a progress, but now it's a digress. In this series. So, I mean, their talents is impeccable, both of them, both him and Brody. But they're gonna need the right players in the right system to make it work. And with D'Antoni, I think we all knew that wasn't gonna work with that system and Russ. He's not a shooter, and we're talking about spreading the ball out, getting the shoot. He's a slasher. So how is that gonna work? And both of them need the ball in their hands. So it was already, like, doomed from the start. But I just think if they both get in the right system with the right supporting cast, they can do something.
I think, listen, they were straight. This is what I'll say. At what point do we say, because let's be Carmelo ain't win the championship, Barkley ain't win the championship, but at what point do we say, dog, they just running into dynasties? Let's just say what it is. They running into all-time great teams. Like, James Harden ran into Golden State for years. He ran into the Spurs. He ran into a LeBron James led Heat. He ran into a LeBron James and Anthony Davis Rockets. Like, at what point do we be like, now listen, there is one blemish. There is one blemish. I will not absolve him from the San Antonio series. I will not say he's absolved from that San Antonio series. However, it ain't like he's getting knocked out by trash. He's getting knocked out by teams that are winning the championship every year.
I agree. I agree. But those guys you named, Carmelo, like, he was beating really good teams too. He was beating really good teams to get to the finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
James Harden's not getting to the finals. Patrick Ewing beat some really good teams to get to the finals. James Harden still hasn't gotten to the finals.
He loses to the team that's winning the finals, though.
But again, he still was able to get there through some good teams. Like, he keeps losing to good teams, yes, but when is he gonna beat them? When is he gonna beat them?
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. Let me ask you this, and then I guess we can move on to this other series, which is gonna be quick. If James Harden had Anthony Davis, would they be in the final? Yes.
No.
With that system,
See,
no.
y'all keep.
You don't think they would?
Yo, I don't care who James Harden has. I don't believe in James Harden.
I got you. He got to
like,
prove it.
Dude, he again.
No.
Since his freshman year in college, he's never performed on the big stage, man. Never.
Biv broke that down when he talked about the Arizona State.
James.
And he's never been
James?
a believer. He's never been a believer in James.
I get it. I know he never listen.
So,
I still believe in you, James. I was rooting for you, man. I was rooting for you. I ain't rooting for Brody. But anyway, listen, y'all locked in for it. Y'all locked in together. So y'all got to make it work. I think Mike D'Antoni might be going into the end of this year, so maybe a new coach will get in there, maybe a new voice. But let's move on to this Celtics Toronto series real fast. I know Biv talked about it a little bit, and Tamon said it. They just playing for second place. That's how you feel, or yeah, I mean whatever, because I think they still got to play the Heat anyway. So I think that'll be a good series. But I am impressed with what Toronto has done. I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed with what Toronto has done coming out of that 3-1 hole, or that they was down 0-2, that 0-2 hole, and like on the brink of being down 0-3. To have this game going to a game 7. I think Kyle Lowry does not get the credit that he deserves, and I'll be the first one to say it. I didn't. My man went for like 38-40 last game, hitting every big shot. I didn't give them enough credit, man. I don't give Kyle Lowry credit. I didn't give Nick Nurse credit. Pascal Siakam still has yet to show up in this series, but I didn't give them enough credit. And Kyle Lowry is at the age of 33, whatever he is. He's still showing that he's a competitor, and he has a heart of a champion. So he's impressed me.
Yeah, man. I like Kyle Lowry. I mean, he's to me, he's like a. It was ready to tip my tongue. But he's been solid his whole career. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm not saying he's a clutch guy. You know what I mean? But he definitely has been at the top as far as the top point guards in the East is concerned. He's always been consistent. And Nick Nurse has done a heck of a job in keeping these guys together and rallying them together. And Fred VanVleet as well. He's been playing huge as well. So that's big for them. I picked the Celtics, so of course I'm a root for the Celtics tonight. But it's big. I mean, they're definitely defending their title, even without Kawhi. They putting up a fight. I always win with the Celtics.
The Celtics, the backs against the wall. It took them 2 games to get over the buzz beater, and Kemba, he's showing a little bit of playoff jitters, in my opinion. He's still, as he's been in the league for a while, but he doesn't have a lot of playoff experience. So this is really his deepest run in the playoffs. So when you're playing against a team like Toronto that have that championship pedigree, they've been there before, and they got pretty much all veterans at the key spots. You got a center is a veteran, your point guard's a veteran, so they're good. Kyle Lowry, I've always been hard on Kyle Lowry, but now I'm seeing why. It was the DeMar DeRozan effect. He looked totally different without DeMar DeRozan. Just being real.
That's real.
And Kyle just balling right now. He's like, man, I'm not going home. We're gonna do this thing. Pascal Siakam, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's not 100% or what, but he has not. He doesn't even look aggressive at times. But yet they're in the game 7 without that. Shout out to Norman Powell, man. He been hooping. So, but Celtics, you know, I picked them to win this. I picked them to go all the way to the final. So I'm gonna ride them out. They better win tonight.
Hey, as I was as you was talking, one thing popped in my mind. Like I said, I wanted to touch on it briefly and then move forward. Damon, you said something to me in the chat before about consistency with coaches, right? We was talking about Nate McMillan, right? What more do you want from this man? He takes injured teams. He still gets into the playoffs. He's consistent. Yeah, he's been swept like 3 out of the 4 seasons that he's been in the playoffs. But he's consistent. He hasn't had the full roster, and he got fired. Yet Mike Budenholzer has probably the best player in the league, or the best player in the East, and he repeatedly gets knocked out. He repeatedly underachieves in the playoffs, and yet they still like his job is secure and safe. Like,
I think Budenholzer has the D'Antoni effect, in my opinion, that it works in the regular season, but it don't work in the playoffs. I think somebody like Nick McMillan, in my opinion, if he were to get the right talent, he could probably do a lot more, in my opinion. He hasn't had a top 5, you know what I mean, player to build around. So, the consistency is there as far as winning in the regular season, yeah, but at the same time, when you have that type of offense, Budenholzer should have learned something from Pop as far as how to adjust in the playoffs, and he hasn't. And we already know D'Antoni is just running gun. He's been that way, Phoenix Suns and all that, and it hasn't panned out either. So, until he figures it out, he's going to have that D'Antoni effect to where it works in the regular season, but it won't work in the playoffs.
I'm not saying that Budenholzer or he shouldn't be held accountable, but what adjustments could he have made?
I don't think they're. Again, we talked about it. Play Giannis. Stop playing your best player where five sets of eyes on him, right? Getting off the ball, getting in the paint, having cut. Have like had the offense run through Chris Middleton instead of Giannis. Had the offense run through Brook Lopez instead of Giannis. Like, there are different things that he could have done. In my opinion, he could have put Giannis in the dunker spot instead of having him just drive through a wall every night. Just a couple of things. That's just my observation. But I ain't the NBA head coach, or a GM. So what the heck do I know?
Nah, you know something, brother. What you mean? You watch basketball, you know a little something. And
I'm just saying, because like all of that is true. But with Giannis's game, would it still have been effective?
I think that,
like, you could have made the adjustment, but would it have been effective if you had put Giannis in the high post? Will Giannis be effective?
Not right now, because he's
I haven't seen it.
So why would I put him in the high post?
I don't know. Listen, because he ain't effective.
Why would I make that adjustment? Why would I make that adjustment to make him worse?
I don't know, because I haven't seen it. And
because I seen it a couple times. He was turning it over in the high post almost every time.
He was turning it over. He turned it over.
He don't have no awareness of where the double team coming from or none of that.
Well, he got 4. He got 5.
I'm not saying that Budenholzer shouldn't be, but I'm like, man, I don't know what adjustments he really could have made without taking. The only adjustment I think he could have made, to be honest,
take him out
of the court.
This is how I feel. We've seen this song and dance with him before, and again, we talked about this before in Atlanta. We've seen it before, and I can't say nothing about that one. That was just terrible every year. But then again, he is not as good as him. He's not as good as him. But James Harden is Joe Johnson. Oh goodness! Oh my goodness!
Wow.
We're gonna move. We're gonna pick these college.
Wow.
We're gonna pick these college. A couple of these college games, man.
Wow.
James Harden is not Joe Johnson. Dang, James. Dang.
What is? Hold on. Playoffs. What have they done?
ISO Joe. ISO Joe.
ISO Harden, and they both did the same. They both do the same thing
Oh man.
in the playoffs. They disappoint you
man.
every time. They let
Oh,
you
Said,
down.
is
man.
that James Harden? You clean your mirror off. It's Joe Johnson, huh?
Oh
Yep.
man.
Take off and you take off the beard. I bet you he looked just like Joe Johnson. If he did.
Oh man.
Oh shoot. Well,
ISO Joe.
he's a dropper.
ISO J.
ISO James.
ISO
ISO Joe.
Beard.
So
Wow. Hey.
college bat. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
College football gonna start this weekend, right? It's a couple interesting games to me. That I wanted to talk about and discuss. I want to talk about. Let's talk about the UNC game. Syracuse game. I don't know what the points. I don't know what the spread is on that yet.
What you talking about? Syracuse in North Carolina?
Yep.
The last time I checked, I think North Carolina was favored by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're favored by 22. North Carolina and Syracuse. I don't. I like Carolina football. I mean basketball. Basketball. That's what I meant. Basketball.
I say this about Syracuse: they always play tough.
I was gonna say
they always play tough, and they always play up. In my opinion, they play up to their competition, which is why they give Clemson scares, they give Florida State scares, Miami scares, and I'll say they lose, but I think they'll cover.
I think so too. I don't think that they're gonna get blown out. I do like
But then again, I didn't think Navy was gonna get blown out either, so I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I think Syracuse is gonna lose, but they'll cover.
I agree. Agree. Another game stands out to me, right? Notre Dame's first game en route to the ACC championship.
And they play
They
do. They play the Dukies.
They play the Dukies. Now listen, I'm a Duke fan, but I ain't Duke football fan.
Not football.
Not football. I think it's interesting. I do like the transfer from Duke to Duke. Transfer from Clemson. So we shall see. I'm trying to see the spread right now on that game.
The spread on that game.
Last time I checked was almost 20, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's 20.5 on this half-point parlay card. Notre Dame.
I see. Let me look at this.
What are they ranked right now? They in the top 10.
Are they ranked?
10.
They ranked.
Ooh.
They ranked 10.
Yeah.
Breaking news, real quick.
The Nuggets is up.
The Nuggets are.
I told
are
you.
94-88. That is the
With 5 minutes left.
Oh, they actually they're leading 94-88.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Don't count them out yet. Nuggets in 7. That's what y'all said, right?
That's what I said. I ain't got no other choice. I got no other choice but to say Nuggets in 7 right now.
But back to Notre Dame and Duke.
This is what I said. Oh, go ahead.
What you gonna say about the Nuggets?
I wasn't saying about the Nuggets.
Oh, Ian Book, he's still there, right?
I'm looking. I think even
Notre Dame
still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah.
If he's still there, I'm gonna go with the Irish to cover, win and cover. Not saying he's all that great, but I mean, another year in the offense. Notre Dame, like you said, on their way to the ACC championship. I don't think they play Clemson this year, so
they're not winning it, but they en route to. I
know what you mean.
That's what they playing for this year. That's what they playing for.
They wasn't gonna pick up Alabama as a non-conference, but neither way.
Why? They should have picked up Alabama before Clemson.
They need to join the Big 12, man, and stop playing games, man. The Big 12 need another member, and Notre Dame need a home.
That would make sense.
I don't think that makes sense. I think they just need to stay in the independent. The independent. If they go to the Big 12, they got to play Oklahoma, Texas. Yeah, be every year. They
It's
go.
big though. That's money.
It's money, but they're going to get the 12 regardless, right?
If we're back to normal.
But they're going to keep getting left out of the playoff.
You think if they go to the SEC, which they're not, if they go to the Big 12 or they go to the ACC, that they're not gonna get left off? They're gonna always pick Oklahoma. They're not gonna get
if they win the conference championship, there's no way you can leave them out.
I'm just saying I don't think they will.
Okay.
Where? What, in the Big 12?
In the Big 12, I don't think they're gonna beat Oklahoma or Texas.
They'll smash both those teams.
I don't think
so.
I don't think
Oklahoma,
so.
Oklahoma has a history of choking on the big stage. Do y'all not?
What
is wrong with y'all? Texas still hasn't found anything.
But they make it.
And they choke.
You remember when Baker,
but they make it.
when Baker had
the problem right now is not having a conference championship. I would not go see Clemson every year. I wouldn't do that to myself.
I want to go see Clemson every year.
And I wouldn't take the chance, and I also wouldn't take the chance of Miami or Florida State finding their stride either. I'm gonna avoid that. The Big 12 is the dance.
Big 12 is the
if you can open up your offense enough, you can win in there.
Listen, I don't think so, but listen, now that's what I was going to say to mine.
But
if I had to go to anyone,
that's the reach. Though.
I'm going to the Pac-12. I'm not going to the
Big 12.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's the reason
I said the Big 12 was because they was in the regional area. That's
I'm
the
going
only reason. The Big 10 makes the most sense, but we don't need another member.
They ain't going there either.
The Big 12 needs another team. They need another team because this round robin thing it ain't working. Even though they play the top two teams play for the conference championship, it still feels weird. But you put Notre Dame in there, man, it'll work. Notre Dame needs a conference, man, because they can't. I would not keep wanting to worry about two SEC teams every year getting in because one was really good and lost in the conference championship, but then we still gonna let them in only because Notre Dame didn't go to a conference championship game.
Or you have a Pac-12 team that actually goes undefeated.
The system is completely terrible, but they're not gonna fix that.
That's the system we gotta work with. Listen,
how they gonna do it this year?
They can't.
They're gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna figure out a way.
Said if it's a will, it's a way.
No, that's gonna be the craziest thing. Think about it, because if you're gonna have New Year's bowls and then the Big 10 and the Pac-12 start in January too, that's gonna be weird. Yep. Weird to have conference games and bowl games on the same weekend. That is gonna be so weird, but I'm gonna enjoy every moment of it.
Yep, enjoy every moment of it.
Every moment of it.
So another game that's interesting.
Did you pick Notre Dame to cover? Who picked Notre Dame? Okay, Notre Dame cover. Notre Dame cover.
I think Biv picked them to cover too.
No,
not to cover.
I don't. You said it's 20 and a half?
20 and a half, yeah.
They don't cover.
They don't cover. I got them.
They don't cover. I'm in a tough position though. I hate both of those schools.
Me too. So well, I don't hate Duke basketball. I don't care too much about Duke.
I hate anything that's got Duke on it. And definitely anything that's Notre Dame. So
yeah, I can't stand Notre Dame at all.
But I hate Notre Dame more. I hate Notre Dame football more than I hate Duke football. So I'm gonna say Duke. I'm gonna say Duke. Duke covers the spread. They lose, but they cover.
I was thinking the same thing. I think Duke covers the spread, especially in this bubble type. This atmosphere that we play in. I think Duke actually covers that spread.
Go Rudy. That was one of my favorite sports movies.
As a Michigan fan, that's blasphemous.
I like the movie. The movie was inspiration. The movie was inspiration. It's inspiration.
I'm trying to scroll down. It's only two more games that pop out to me. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say I think UCF plays somebody
UCF plays Citadel.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't really that many college games.
Yeah.
Citadel.
It's the only other
Like
game that stands out to me is the Florida State Georgia Tech game and the Clemson Wake Forest game. I think didn't Clemson Wake Forest play Clemson tough last year?
Wake Forest play a lot of people tough. They play a lot of people tough. So and Clemson was having that struggle year, so I
Hmm.
wouldn't be surprised
And then from
if
there, I think from there after that game they took off a little bit.
so. But Clemson will cover that.
Yeah, Clemson definitely covering whatever the spread is. Clemson covering that. I
Yeah,
think
And
yeah.
as far as Florida State goes,
the Florida
hmm,
State Georgia Tech game.
where's it at?
It is at Florida State.
Ooh, that's even worse for me.
And Florida
I
State
think
is favored by 12 and a half.
yeah, I think they covering it.
I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech cover.
I'm gonna say Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech wins.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
ooh. If y'all are
I just stick with Georgia Tech cover. Leave my bases there.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's jump into it then. Let's jump into it. Football Friday, picks. Before we do that though, let's talk about the game. I think we talked about it briefly in the chat. The game from last night. What stood out to us? Um, thoughts on it? Yeah, I mean, what? Let's start there. I mean, what stood out? And again, I think I talked about it a little bit in the chat, but I'm gonna talk about it again to the people. Um,
I'm gonna say the same thing. The Texas defense looked bad. Chiefs look good, and it looked like it might be a long season for Houston.
and like I said,
You
it's
said
one
it was
game.
one game.
It's one game. But
They got, like you said, Bill O'Brien calling the shots, man. And my man didn't get no touches like that. But at the same the touchdown drive that they went on, that they was when they was actually in the game, it looked decent. You know what I mean?
yeah, they was
And
giving the ball to that man they traded DeAndre Hopkins for.
but you got guys that's running 4 3s. You got three wide receivers, and you just got them running in
Go
routes.
routes.
Not even no, it wasn't no
Just yeah,
go,
you said
nothing. It was everything was in. I was like, yo, why ain't nobody? And that's what the rookie corners like. They go against speedsters, but at the same time, like I mean, they go against speedsters in practice.
hmm.
But you got three of them out there. Like I didn't see not enough deep throws, in my opinion,
I agree.
and it looked bad. So I
Well,
mean, if that's what the Texans are going for the rest of the season, like I said, it looked like it might be a long season.
well, if anybody follow the shows, they know how all three of us feel about Bill O'Brien. So um, that's what I'm gonna say. Start
Yeah,
there.
GM.
Bill O'Brien. If you trade DeAndre Hopkins, you better like the person you brought in for him. He gotta replace that production. And for the first drive, it was like, oh, David Johnson definitely about to replace this production.
No,
And then
David
I,
Johnson's gonna have to look like David Johnson in Arizona
yeah,
with the MVP status in order to replace that
I
production.
thought that's what he was going to do. He came out, boom, 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 like 40 yards. Yeah, 40 yards that drive, I think. He was averaging 6.5 yards a carry. Then it was DeAndre Hopkins dropping back the rest of the game.
You mean Deshaun Watson?
I mean, yeah, Deshaun Watson dropping back for the rest of the game.
He was down. They were
In
down.
order,
Go.
in order to beat that team, you got to do what the 49ers did. You got to do what the Texans did when they actually beat the Chiefs. You have to keep that offense on the sideline, and that's not what they did.
I was with you, Dom. I was like, man, yeah, it's just one game. Then I thought about it. I was like, actually, it's been like the last what now 6, 7 quarters. Considering what happened last time they was on that field, I was just expecting so much more. I mean, considering what happened, you know, in the playoffs last year, I was expecting them to really, come out and be like, you know what? We was running y'all. We was mopping the floor with y'all. And then Bill O'Brien happened. And then Bill O'Brien just continued to happen throughout that game last night. It was bad, man. It was bad watching it. And I never take mop up drives, and when you down, I don't care about those drives. I don't take them into consideration. Those are drives where you just want to see if guys are still competing and you move on from that. But I'm not ready to sit here and take anything into consideration because they drove the ball down and scored in the fourth quarter when the game was pretty much over. So they got a lot to work on. The Chiefs, is that defense really that good? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. But it looked like it was the same defense that was turned it on at the end of last year that led them to the Super Bowl though. So I'm gonna give it to them. They looked good last night.
I just want to shout out to people because the total went to 54, and the over and under was 54. So anybody who had the over, I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys. But go ahead, Dom.
And blame Bill O'Brien, man. Blame Bill O'Brien for not letting that offense move. Because if the Texans moved the way they were supposed to, they would have covered. They would have covered that over.
So listen, in that, like Biff said, that first drive, say, oh, the Texans look good. Boy, they done stopped the Chiefs. They done went up and down the field on them. And like Biff said, Bill O'Brien strikes again. That's all I got, man. That's all I got for that, man. And like I said, they asked me in the chat, was I still high on them? I'm medium on them right now, man. I'm medium on them right now.
So from the looks of it, looks like he comes up with a great 15 to 20 plan to start the game out, but then when it's on the fly, that's where he's lost.
Yeah, listen.
He let the I haven't played Madden in years, so I don't know if this still happens. You know how you could let the coach pick the play?
Yep.
That's what he did. Yep. He let the coach pick the play.
Still can let the coach pick the play.
You got a good I got a good rhythm going on here. I'll take over. And then I think I need to let the coach keep picking the play.
All right, listen.
He put it in simulation mode.
he put that thing on something, boy. Yep, simulation mode. That's exactly what happened. And then he tried jumping at the end.
He tried to jump in and try to take over.
All right, look, y'all, we down now, so I'm gonna take over. Now. You've been taking over. I should take. But yeah, I mean the Chiefs. I think if Clyde Edwards-Helaire, if he can be Kareem Hunt, that team's gonna be scary, man. That team is gonna be scary because you take the pressure off. Yeah, listen, they was already scary, but then you add a run game to what he was doing last night. Now listen, I said it's one game, and neither one of y'all are high on the Texans defense, so I gotta see. See.
He played well. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna knock the man at all. Like I said, I wasn't high on the Texans defense at all. So, the one thing that I took out of this is the way that they were able to, the Chiefs were able to control the clock.
Yeah.
And that to me was more scary than anything because now you have it to where a team can score at will on a deep ball and then now run down the clock.
Pass the score, run the win.
Crazy thing is, like you said, they can beat you either way. So if they can beat you in a grind-out game, which again I don't know if they can, but just last night the way they controlled the clock, and then if they down and they need 2 scores in like 30 seconds, they probably can do that too. So it's gonna be interesting. Let's get to these picks, man. Let's get to these pick'ems. See, I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna just start with the first game that's on my list. Seattle, Atlanta. What's the spread on that, Tamai?
They got Seattle favored by 2.5, and it's a home game for the Falcons.
No, they don't cover that. You said 2.5, or you said 2.5 points.
2.5 points. Seattle.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 2 touchdowns. So
okay. No, 2.5. 2.5 points.
Oh yeah, Seattle covers that.
Yeah, I definitely pick Seattle with that. The over is 49.5, or the over under is 49.5. I can see it going over, especially with them playing in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, Atlanta's pretty practice there and whatnot, so they're a little bit more familiar. Um, Matt Ryan, I mean, we said before as far as Matt Ryan and Julio trying to get it done themselves. I'm not going to knock Calvin Ridley. Um, Jamal Adams, I think, is going to play a big part in this game as far as trying to stop the passing game. Those corners is still to be determined. Um, but I think that the Seattle offense will definitely be able to outshoot this
What's
Atlanta
offense?
Falcons team. The Seahawks offense.
Okay.
So I got Seattle covering and I got it going over.
So you got Seattle winning that game?
Yeah, Seattle winning. In game covering going
You got
over.
it all. You got it all.
Oh.
Again, I do see him covering. I do see it going over. It's tough to me because they have Todd Gurley, and Todd Gurley, he plays tough against Seattle. Yeah, I mean, so I'm still picking Seattle to win it, but I think it's gonna be a close one. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a close game.
I mean, if they got to win the cover, they the favorite.
No, I got, like I said, I got him covering it.
Oh,
I got him
okay.
covering. I got it going over. But I wouldn't. It wouldn't shock me if the Falcons won that game, though. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't shock me if the Falcons won.
I got Seattle covering. I got them winning, and I don't think they cover the over though. I don't think Atlanta's gonna score a lot of points.
In the dome?
Yeah.
Todd Gurley back there now.
Where my notes at, Biff? Did you have Seattle 13-3? You had them 13-3 yesterday, Wednesday. Where my notes at? You high on Seattle though, right? You high on Seattle.
Yeah. I'm big on Seattle.
All right, so next game, we got New York, the Jets versus the Bills. What's the spread on that?
So the Jets and the Bills. Let me find this game. Jets and okay, so the Bills are at home. They are favored by 6.5 points against Jets, and the over and under is 39.
I'm gonna go under 39. I do have them covering. I do have them covering the spread, and I got the Bills winning. I just don't know if I don't know if the Jets are actually going to score, but I don't know if the Bills are going to score 39. I know they're not going to score 39, but I don't know if the Jets are going to score at all.
I definitely agree with the under, because I don't see what the Jets have as far as their wide receiving core, and you playing up against one of the top defenses in the league at home, and they're hyped up with having Stephon Diggs, so I think that's huge for them. So it's gonna be a tough day, in my opinion, for Sam Darnold and them, Le'Veon. So I'll go with the Bills covering, and they're going under 39. It's gonna be like 20-3.
That's what it's going to be like.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Somewhere in that vicinity, you know what I mean? But definitely under. Bills cover. Jets are, as always, in rebuilding mode. So.
Gonna be seeing ghosts out here. Sorry, Sam Darnold.
He might see some. He might see some in Buffalo.
He definitely might see some ghosts.
That secondary is.
I gonna say
That secondary. That secondary. I think behind Baltimore is top.
Yeah, Baltimore, and breaking news, real quick, right in the middle.
They said,
Denver beats the Clippers. Denver beats the Clippers. So it is 3-2. 3-2. What? Going back to Denver? If it was going.
Yeah, going back to Denver.
Going back to Denver.
Going back to Mile High.
So they're gonna have the Denver Zoom crowd. Yo, somebody put an alien in the crowd. I seen like ET in the crowd.
So I think Trey White gonna be amped up for that game. He got his deal. And again, like Bill said, like y'all both said, I just don't see who are the wide receivers on that team.
Sorry, Jets wide receivers.
Sorry. I mean, I know who they are, but man, it's like they got to prove something to me anyway.
Yeah, prove me wrong.
I got to prove something to me. Chicago, Detroit.
A division game. We got the Bears and the Lions. The Lions are favored by 2.5, and they're at home against the Bears. And the over and under is 44.5.
Definitely going under. I think I'm definitely gonna go under on that. And I think Detroit covers.
I think I had them splitting, right?
Yeah, you had them splitting.
Mm-hmm. So I think the home team wins. Yeah, I think Mitch Trubisky is starting, so the home team wins. And so the Lions cover. I think they win by like 3, but I think it'll be under because the Bears defense is going to try to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be probably like 17-10 or somewhere around that.
I can see that. I definitely see that. I don't see.
Or like 24-10 or something like that.
You said what's the over 40 something? 44?
4, yeah. I don't see the Bears scoring over 13.
Yeah, I don't see them scoring.
Walk-off field goal. Detroit wins 16-13.
I can see it. I agree.
That's the under. That's the under. The Lions win.
And they cover.
All right, I need to start writing this down. I'll replay it tonight.
Not Denver, Green Bay, Minnesota.
So we got the Packers and the Vikings. The Vikings.
Last time I seen that line, they was 2.5. Last time I seen it.
Vikings are favored Vikings are home favored 2.5 against the Packers. Over and under is 45.5.
I'm definitely going over. I'm gonna definitely go over on that. And they cover. They do cover. They cover it. Yeah.
Who's they?
Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
I picked Minnesota to win that game. So yeah, okay. I'm going over, and Minnesota wins the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I know I was high on the Packers. I don't think I got them winning this game. Vikings are playing at home. Kirk Cousins, I think, is probably going to do well in Minnesota with the young guy, Justin Jefferson, if I'm not mistaken?
Yep, Justin Jefferson.
Like I said, I do like that Packers defense. So I think this game will actually be under. But I think the Vikings is going to cover and win the game. Well, win the game and cover.
So we agreed on every single game, didn't we? Well, we got here Biv. Well, and he high on Minnesota, so.
And I'm not feeling Green Bay, so. And I'm gonna go over.
Tamai, you went over or under?
I went under.
In the Minnesota game?
Yeah, I went under. But that sounded like the Packers defense. Oh. Y'all wasn't high on the Packers defense. I'm a little.
Well, we almost agreed on every game. We agreed on the outcome of every game. So, as I was talking about football real quick, something that just popped up that we talked about earlier that popped up on my screen, which is ironic. Michael Porter Jr. with the dagger to send to win the game, to ice the game. You better talk that talk. You better talk that talk, Michael.
I mean, did he end up with? I hope not like 6.
He probably ended up with 3. That was his 3.
And that was his 3. Nah, you can't talk nothing after that. I mean, I guess you can.
You can say whatever you want after you hit that big one, but you can say whatever you want.
For a couple days.
One more time.
It's only for 48 hours, if that.
Yeah. I'm interested to see the over/under on this game. Miami, New England.
The Patriots are favored by 6.5 against the Miami Dolphins, and the over and under is 42 and a half points.
So I'm going under, and I actually do not have the Patriots covering, but I do have them winning. I got that game like something like 20-23.
So
what was the over under again?
42.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yes, okay. So yeah, they over.
You said over?
Yeah.
I think it'll be over. I think the Patriots are going to win, and I think the Patriots are up.
Over. Patriots win. Patriots don't cover. It's gonna be a close game. Miami plays them tough. If Miami play them tough with
Tom Brady,
they're gonna play them tough with
Cam Newton. And no weapons. Come on, man. And no defense.
Half of
New England defense in Miami.
Y'all are making a great argument. Listen, I won't disclose how many tickets I'm gonna play, but I'll stick. And just don't blame me if you get that one wrong.
Bro, you just inspired me. Hey, but I bet you gonna if you put that one on your ticket, you're gonna hit.
Which one?
Book it.
That New England.
Minnesota, Miami covering.
Yeah, they definitely won.
All right.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you, I would not book the cover. I would not book the cover. I would not book the over. I don't know, man.
I know, man. They mess around and have turnover city, man.
Because I'm like, listen, I just don't know where the offense gonna come from with either one of these teams.
I don't know, man. Julian Edelman might have catches for $175 and 3 touchdowns, man.
Hey, I like N'Keal Harry. I like him.
He might break out, right? N'Keal Harry might break out, and you never know what Fitzpatrick you're gonna get on any given day, so on any given Sunday, so.
Yeah, that's the one.
Man, over.
He always has a great
now,
September.
I'm gonna go over.
Fitz Magic over, man.
I'm going over.
He has a great September.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over, man. I'm gonna go with the over. Philly, Washington. Ooh. I know that joint was like.
Lord.
That joint was like, like plus 14 or something.
Is it?
I was 5.5 last time.
5.5?
Yeah. So we got the Eagles. So we got the Eagles versus the Washington team, and the Eagles are favored by 6.5, and Washington is at home, and the over/under is 42.
God darn. So I'm gonna go under. Same way I feel about the Bills game. The Eagles gonna score most of the points in that game. I think the Eagles may score like 30, and the Bills in Detroit. In Washington score like 7.
Okay.
And they cover.
Man.
I just don't know. I just don't see the offense in Washington. I don't see the offense.
Yeah.
What's the over again?
42.
Oh yeah, they cover. That's way over.
So way.
You think they're gonna cover?
Man, I think
they're gonna go over.
Man, Philly win 37-10, man.
I'm excited about
statement. Deshaun Jackson talking about get your popcorn ready, man. They about to put on a show.
Oh yeah, they do got these guys healthy. Okay,
man,
all right, man. Yeah, Eagles is gonna cover. I still think it's gonna go under though, because I don't believe in the Redskins offense.
I don't.
All I needed them to score is 10.
It might be.
It said 10 points. That's a struggle.
So what you saying is the Eagles offense ain't good enough to score 32 points?
No, I think they're gonna score 32 points. I just don't think Washington gonna score 10.
The Eagles are the Eagles. Come on, Dom. They are bound to give up one of those dumb touchdowns, or somebody get beat deep, or miss a tackle.
Listen, that was last year, man. We got Darius Slay now.
What are you
we
talking
got Darius
about?
Slay now, baby.
That's every week.
Darius Slay, boy. Listen, I'm saying that. If Darius Slay give up a touchdown, we got to fire the defensive coordinator.
Dom, he can only cover at best one half of the field.
I get it, but we got somebody. We signed somebody for that side too. So we got we got Nikhil Roby Coleman. You know what he out here doing? He out here PIing all the time, not getting calls, boy. So refs, he got the refs in his pocket.
I think it's gonna go under. I think it's gonna
Over.
go under.
Listen, babe. I hope it's over. I'm excited. I hope it's over.
I just hope for my family's sake and for Dom's sake that Chase can get a hold of
Yeah, I hope.
Carson.
Yeah, please don't touch my boy. Please don't touch him.
I hope for their sake they win.
We gonna win. We gonna win, but if we lose to the football team,
again,
they can win with Jalen Hurts.
Y'all sake they
can win with Jalen Hurts.
We can definitely win with Jalen Hurts.
I just don't want them to go to Jalen Hurts because
Me
my
either.
daughter might be upset and all that.
Nah, we don't want that. We don't do it for the kids, Carson and y'all. Do it for
Carson,
kids.
stay healthy for the kids, bro. Just stay healthy.
So I'm interested to see what the line is on this game too. Las Vegas, Carolina.
So we have the Raiders are favored by 3.5 points against Carolina Panthers at home, or the Panthers are at home, and the over and under is 47. I'm taking
that. You're reading that half-point parlay, aren't you?
I am.
So take off half a point, then, man.
Okay.
But that's not the real spread.
47. Then. 47. Yeah. So it's 47.
And the spread is only
3.5.
No, it's 3.
It's half.
You got the half.
You got the pick. You got the pick. The half is a win or loss. The half makes it a winner. It ain't no push.
But that's on a parlay.
It is. You're right.
The real line is 3.
You're right.
So if they only win by a field goal, that's a push.
That is. What the real line say? I'm sorry, folks.
47.
The real line was 3.
I done gave y'all the Delaware line. Let me that Delaware half-point parlay. Let me dig into the Vegas for y'all.
Mine out here giving y'all the parlays, and y'all get ready to pick on the parlays, and y'all betting on the real line, and y'all wondering why.
All right, so let's get to this NFL. It's pretty much the same.
It's only a half. Told you it's a half point.
They only have a
It's
point.
a half point. So I told you that.
47.
It's only a half point. So it's 47-3.
47-3.
Yeah, it's only a half point.
Which I'm going under 47, and I see them covering 3.
I agree. The Raiders better win by 3.
Yeah.
If they supposed to be who they are.
Yeah, they definitely better win by 3. I don't even know who on Carolina's defense.
Yeah, I got that game going over and got the Raiders winning.
You got them going. You got it going over 47.
Yeah, because I don't listen. They still got Christian McCaffrey, and he's worth a touchdown or 2. So
now I'm with you. I'm gonna go over because I do like Carolina's offense.
So he worth a touchdown or 2. That's 14 points.
Yeah, and I think Derek Carr can score 4 touchdowns with
4
Jacob
touchdowns from Derek Carr.
Not 4. I'm just saying the offense, bro. They can score 28 points. Jeez Louise. Derek Carr throw 4 touchdowns just because that man should have said you can't do it. Peyton did 7 when he was 45. You can do 4 when you about 30, bro.
Oh my good.
It's this team that we don't. This the no-name defense.
I really don't know anybody on Carolina.
I don't know anybody on Carolina.
Top of my head,
I know Dante
Reed,
Jackson.
Read it.
Dante Jackson.
And Eric Reed. That's it.
Eric Reed and Derek Brown. The rookie, Derek Brown, that they got. This defense is horrible. But anyway.
Matt Rule likes to rebuild, don't he?
Well, we're going to see. It's a rebuild.
Unfortunately.
Do we got to pick this next game, man? What the freak?
Yeah, we got to pick.
Jacksonville, Indianapolis.
Yes. Let's see. Where is the Colts are away. They're playing in Jacksonville. They're favored by 7 points. And the over and under is 44.
Well, I'm going under. and I definitely see that 7 points.
I agree.
I'm gonna go over.
Over.
Gardner Minshew.
Nah.
Nah.
I'm thinking the Colts gonna have a freaking 7-on-7 scrimmage, man. What are you talking about? We talking about we don't know nobody on Carolina defense.
I know Miles Jack.
I think I
Miles
just got
Jack.
a call the other day for a tryout.
For a tryout.
Miles Jack still in the middle.
Yeah, is he?
And they got
they still need 10 other people. They still need 10 other people.
They got Josh Allen.
We still got 2 days. We still got 2 days. They probably fielding calls right now.
Yeah. They not feeling no. They don't want to spend no more money. They ain't calling nobody. Listen,
I know they
got, bro.
I know they ain't getting nobody. They probably gonna move these players.
Yeah,
that's the trick.
Anybody else want to pay cut
for cash consideration?
Cash consideration. Dang.
So yeah.
So tomorrow you got the under and the cover.
I say under. Yes, I got.
Biv went over.
Yeah, I say under. Under and Colts win. I think it'd be probably like 27-3, 27-10.
I think it's gonna get ugly, but I don't see Jacksonville scoring 10. I think it might be like 35-3.
Philly Rivers might go off though. But yeah, I don't have faith in Jacksonville's offense, and the Colts, in my opinion, have a pretty good defense. It's not pretty good, but
they're solid. They're solid defense.
They're solid. So
I don't have faith in nothing in Jacksonville.
Yeah, no. So
nothing. Oh,
I do like the receiving core though.
I do like the receiving core. I do like the receiving core. I still ain't got faith in them.
Remember, Keelan Cole helped me out in a couple fantasy league a couple years ago.
If we talking fantasy, they might get a couple of points. Listen, but that's it. But I just don't got faith in like the offensive line. Like I said, Garner may surprises. Yeah, I mean, he may surprises.
He's gonna have to surprise. He's gonna have to do some David Copperfield surprises this season.
He might. Hey, listen. Hey, show him why they traded Nick Foles, Garner. Show him why they traded Nick.
But listen, to anybody who's betting, this is my advice, which it may not be worth too much, but just take it. What's going to happen is that the spread is going to be pushed all the way up for Jacksonville to the point to where somebody's going to be like a 3-touchdown favorite. Don't buy into that 3-touchdown favorite later on down the line, like week 9 or week 10. Just letting you know.
Listen, if you got 3-touchdown favorite, you still might have to take that thing if it's in Jacksonville.
Depending on who it is.
Man, listen. Yep.
Still need to take that thing. What Bill say? They thinking for Lawrence.
They
don't want him to.
But
I
listen,
don't want them.
They still got a partnership with Vegas, in my opinion. So
yeah, they gonna get smacked every game.
They might be playing the Raiders that game.
And the Raiders might smack them. That's when Derek Carr gonna throw for them 4.
Nah, it might be a win-win for everybody. The Raiders is gonna win, Jaguars gonna cover, and Vegas wins. So it's a win-win for everybody.
I'm what's the spread on this Cleveland Baltimore game? I know that thing hot.
Yes, it is rather substantial. Got the Ravens at home playing against the Browns, and the Ravens are 8-point favorite, and the over/under is 48.
I'm definitely taking the over. You said 8?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Odell just said Baker gonna have a great year.
8. Phew. I'm high on Baltimore. I'm high on. I like Cleveland too. I like their offense. The 8. The 8.
He said the 8. Get you.
Well, I'll go then. While you contemplate it, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go Baltimore wins, but they don't cover.
I concur.
I'm gonna tell you, I like them. I listen. I want to have the words want to come out of my mouth. The words want to come out and say they cover because I do think they're going to be explosive. So I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna say they cover because I think Baltimore's going to be explosive. I think Cleveland is going to be explosive as well. But I think that, yeah, I think Baltimore wins by 10. So yeah, I'll
Is
say
it Stefanski? Stefanski, the coach, right?
Yeah, he's the coach. Yep.
For the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
His best bet is to give the ball to Chubb and Kareem Hunt and control that clock and don't let Baltimore on the field like that. If you can do that, the Browns are going to cover, but I still don't think they're going to win.
That's what Baltimore going to
do. That better be his game plan every week.
Yeah, but I'm saying that especially you going crowd or no crowd, you going to an away game versus the team that's, let's just say they're Super Bowl contenders. So like this is a Super Bowl in a sense right now. So,
I'd say both teams are Super Bowl contenders.
I ain't gonna go out on that one.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why not? There's too much star power on Cleveland for them not to be Super Bowl contenders.
On both sides of the ball.
Yep, it's too much star power.
Both sides of the ball.
The name is the Browns.
They revamped their offensive line.
If that was the same roster on a different franchise, I'd ride with it. But their name is the Browns. So.
Nope, it doesn't matter. So what you're saying is, if Jordan and Pippen was on a different franchise that was known for blunders, you wouldn't ride with them just because they was on that team.
You said I wouldn't ride with them?
You wouldn't think that they was capable of winning just because they was on that team. In the mid to late 80s, say they were on the Pacers.
Oh yeah, the Pacers. Yeah, okay.
No, the Pacers. Maybe. No,
yeah, the Pacers. The Pacers weren't good in the 80s.
Yep. Nope.
You wouldn't have believed
my argument.
That's Jordan.
That's Jordan, though. That's Jordan. This is not Jordan. There's no Jordan on this Browns team.
They got a number one overall pick in Baker.
Talent. I'm saying that the talent.
We gotta choose a different person because Jordan is Jordan, bro. We can't use Jordan. Shaq and who? Shaq and D Wade? I'll take Shaq and D Wade. Nope.
Shaq and Kobe.
Which one? Which one we
talking about?
You can't say Shaq because Shaq is his man. That's why I try to go with somebody that wasn't his man.
That's why I went with him.
And I didn't want to go with Melo because I felt like I would have been taking a shot at him because Melo don't win just like Odell don't win. But you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to try to I tried to use somebody that was good that he didn't ride with.
Jordan different though, man. Jordan different. But if you,
I'm just saying, man, there's too much talent on that Cleveland team.
A lot of talent on that team.
To just be like, man, they should be there only should be a playoff team. Nah.
And I think
I agree. We was high on them. We was high on them last year.
Yeah, I picked them to win the division last year, and I'm a Baltimore fan.
Yeah. So
I definitely picked them to win the division last year.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm not gonna say we was high on them the year before, but we was higher to where we was like 7-9, 8-8.
The year before?
Yeah.
You talking about Hugh
2018. 2018.
We talking about before Baker?
Hugh last year, Baker rookie year.
I think I want to say
I wasn't high on him.
Because like I said,
I definitely wasn't high on
Baker Mayfield.
Who was our quarterback?
High on Baker.
Baker.
No, I'm talking about the year before.
His rookie year.
No,
his rookie year. Yeah.
This is third year.
This is third year.
Yeah, this is third year.
So yes, we were because Tyrod Taylor was the starter. We wasn't high. Man, listen, the tape is on the YouTube channel. It's somewhere on there.
Hold on, man. What's high? What do you consider high? Because they were low, like 0-16 low. So if you say we was like 5-5 or 6,
like I said, we said 4-12.
No, I'm not high, bro. That's not high.
We were saying high like 9-7 playoff. Almost.
I got to find
now. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. We may have said 8-8.
I do.
Would a healthy Ben?
I'll say 8-8.
Ben in that division?
I'll say we could have been. I don't know.
I do know. Last year we were super high on them.
And I know I was super high on them last year. And I don't know, man, because I've never been a Baker Mayfield fan. I don't know if I would have been high on him in his rookie year.
So listen, you guys, if y'all listen, go back to the other podcast that we got deep down in the archives from 2018. You know what I mean? Hook us up with them views. But
Yes, sir. For that, yeah, definitely that. Listen, I got them in the 5th seed right this year, so you know. But
All right,
yeah,
what's the next game?
I got them covering. Yep. Not the Clippers. Chargers, Bengals, and if they got this thing in the 40s,
yes, they do. The Chargers are 3-point favorites against the Cincinnati Bengals, and Cincinnati's at home. The over and under is 42.
so I don't have the Chargers covering. I actually got the Bengals winning this game.
Hmm.
And they do not. I'm going under.
We just talked about Tyrod. Tyrod, you can do it.
Hold on. So you think Cincinnati won a close game?
I think Cincinnati is going to win this game. Close game, okay. We can say it's a close game.
A close, low-scoring game.
Listen, it's in Cincinnati.
Well, no, the Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers are the favorites in
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
the Chargers are favorites. Yeah, the Chargers are favorites. You're gonna see a lot of Joe Mixon. You're gonna see a lot of play action. I think that the blow to them not having Darwin James is gonna show up in this game.
So Joe Burrow, what are you gonna do, man? Is AJ's playing?
AJ's
He's playing. Okay, that's a nice security blanket. Chargers. You got Tyrod Taylor. Who is that? They got Aaron. Oh no, not Aaron. Eckler as their starting. That's their starting running back.
Mm-hmm.
Still got Keenan, right?
Mm-hmm. Still got Keenan. He's got paid.
I'll take the Chargers to cover this, and I will take the under though. I'll get the Chargers to cover.
I got the Chargers.
They're gonna cover barely, in my opinion, and it's gonna go under. So they'll win by 4.
Got the Chargers at 8-8.
And I'm not touching this game whatsoever.
I wouldn't touch this game either.
Not at all.
I'm gonna say the Chargers win. They're not gonna cover. I know it's only 3, but they're not gonna cover. And I'm gonna say over.
What's the line on it? 42?
42.
Yeah, they ain't covered. let's Tampa Bay, New Orleans.
The Saints are 3-point favorites against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. New Orleans is at home. And the over under is 49. I am taking the Saints. And I am taking the over.
I concur. I agree.
I'm gonna take the Bucks.
Yeah, he's not high on the Saints this year either.
And I'm gonna take the under. Nah, it's not that I'm not high on the Bucks. I mean the Saints. I just didn't like the way their schedule lined up for them.
Right.
That's
right. He said under.
Tom Brady said he came to this division to come see Drew. First out the block.
He said the under 49, the over 40, the spread 49, right?
49, yeah.
Yeah, Biff. They probably cover that in the first half. Halftime will be like gonna be like 28-20.
You got Emmanuel Sanders. That's what got me, because the Saints have pretty much the same offense in my opinion, and now you added Emmanuel Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said,
healthy Alvin Kamara, because he wasn't healthy last year.
Yeah, and I don't like the Bucs secondary, so that's why I think it's going to be a shootout. And the Buccaneers offense is stupid.
Yeah. So, hey, listen.
Listen, but Dwayne Pitt going to be on my second ticket though. Go ahead.
We're going 49ers, Cardinals.
So the 49ers, the lovely 49ers are 6-point favorites at home against the Cardinals, and the over under is 47.
So they don't cover that spread.
Who's they?
For
Who's
the
they?
49ers. The 49ers don't cover that.
Yeah, because you high on
They're not
you's
going
high
to
on that Cardinals. But
Yeah, they're not going to win by 6. I do have the 49ers winning that game, though.
thank you.
And I do see, you said 47?
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that's a push. I think that's what that's what's going to be. 27, 20, no. What you said? What's the spread?
6.
Nah. Um. You know what? Okay. So they do cover. And it's 27-20.
All right, so just let y'all know, I don't touch 49ers games at all.
No.
That's my thing. I stick to it. But anyway, I don't like money getting away in my heart. But in this one, if I was a betting man on this game, I would actually bet the Cardinals to cover, but the 49ers would win, and I would pick this game to go over.
49ers don't got that.
Cardinals win.
God, dang.
Under.
And the 49ers don't have that offense to go over tomorrow.
Okay.
Dallas. What you gonna say?
Nah, I was playing with those.
Dallas, Rams.
The Dallas Cowboys Sunday Night Football are playing the Los Angeles Rams in that nice stadium with nobody gonna be there. And the over under is 52, and the Cowboys are favored by 2.
Ooh.
What are you thinking? I had the Cowboys covering, and I got this going under. Cowboys win, Cowboys cover, they go on. Cowboys is winning in a rout.
Oh, well, according to my
A rout would be over 13 points. Over 2 touchdowns, I'll say.
okay. Well, according to my record, I would agree with you that the Cowboys cover. I do think it's under. And the Cowboys win that game.
I think it's over. And the Cowboys cover. Jalen got his money. He's gonna have a bad game.
Oh shoot!
You say he's gonna have a bad game.
He have a bad game, man. He have a bad game. He's partying right now, man. He just got his bread.
Listen.
So,
he got his bread, man. He gonna take a week. He gonna take a week off, man.
Whether he have a good one or a bad one, his counterparts is gonna have a tough day. With Gallup and CD Lamb. Tell you
this gonna be the game that Rams smoke the Cowboys. Watch.
I know, right?
Yo, if that happens, man, I'm gonna have all types of problems in because that would be that would be typical Cowboys, right?
Yep.
Like to be favored away and then get blown out. That would be the Stephen A. Smith version of the Cowboys. But
the only spread higher than the Cowboys spread is the Ravens spread, right?
No, well, Cowboys is 2.
Cowboys 2. Okay.
Yeah, the Ravens got the chunkiest one on the schedule at 8.
Okay. I thought the Cowboys. Okay, the Cowboys is 2. Okay.
I think that's just so disrespectful to the Browns the way they did that.
I do. I listen. That's why I was hesitant to pick that thing. Final 2 games, man. Whatever. Pittsburgh Giants.
Pittsburgh is favored away, and they're favored by 6 points against the New York Giants. The over/under is 48.
I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. You said 48.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over in that. I do think Pittsburgh does cover that, and the Pittsburgh wins that game.
Oh man, the Giants at home prime time like to stick it up. So, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the Giants covering. I'm gonna go with the Giants covering, but I think they're gonna lose a close game, and I think it's gonna be under because of the Steelers defense.
Giants win.
Ooh.
Under. Saquon goes almost for 200.
Man is bringing out bold predictions.
Hey,
I ain't got none of those.
oh shoot, that's what we're gonna add to our next segment, bold prediction. On our next show.
I thought I ain't got none right now.
Me
Not
either.
like that.
Me either. That's why we gotta do it next Friday. Denver. Denver, Tennessee.
Tennessee is favored by 1 point against the Broncos in Denver, and the over/under is 40. I will pick the under, and I'll pick the Titans to cover. And
yeah, I agree. Let me look at my.
You know what? No, whoa.
It says 40, right?
Yeah, I just thought about this run. Tannehill starting. Right?
Exactly. Under Denver wins. Like,
oh, you picked over to mine?
No. I picked the under.
No,
but
he picked under.
I picked the Titans to win, but then I was like,
Denver not
Drew
winning.
Lock was playing good coming in. I done forgot who I picked to win this game when I was doing the season. But just looking at this right now, like playing in Denver, they got a decent wide receiver core. I like the Titans defense, but I don't like Ryan Tannehill. So I think I might have to switch and go with Bears on this one.
Regardless if you like Ryan Tannehill, the boy had 27 touchdowns last year.
He did.
He can do that. He can do that against this Denver defense with no Von Miller. Come on.
You still got Bradley Chubb.
Who we have yet to see emerge outside his rookie season.
That's a fact. But I if we're taking quarterbacks right now, I'd rather take a Drew Lock at home with his wide receiver core versus a Tannehill away, crowd or no crowd.
I've seen Tannehill go on the road 3 times and 2 times.
What did Derrick Henry do those games though?
So that is why I'm picking the Titans.
Okay, got you. Understood.
It's gonna be Derrick Henry, a lot of Derrick Henry in that mile high, and it's gonna be a lot of play action. So I'm going under, but I'm picking the Tennessee to win and to this one to spread.
Denver fans need to show out that day. Come on. I might I ain't touching no Monday games.
I never touch Monday games.
Try to get all my money before.
I was going to say I ain't trying to wait till Monday to get my money.
But I might actually play that 8:00 game because I feel very confident in the Cowboys.
The night game. I can say that.
I might not pick that over and under, but I think I'm definitely picking that too.
I don't pick nothing but 1:00 games.
A word?
Man, I want to know.
I need my money at 4:30.
I want to know just how upset I'm gonna be by the afternoon games. I don't want my night to be bad. I can have my afternoon bad. I need my night to be good.
This is what'll happen to me. I'll have a couple for like 1:00, and then like about 3:30, I'll be like, man, let me go ahead and bet on a couple of these. Because these tickets ain't looking right.
Nah, I can't touch no 4:00 games, man. That's where them upsets happen all the time.
I may touch these college games. I may.
I ain't touching no college games.
I ain't touching no never 43 points.
I never touch college games, man. It's too many factors going to college kids, man.
It is.
I wouldn't touch
Especially now with social media.
Yeah.
They got Texas as a 43-point favorite against Utah.
Book it.
43 though?
They got what's the name? Listen, they got their quarterback in the Heisman, and the high is like top 3 Heisman race.
I'll take 35, but 43 though?
Book it.
That's a big number, man.
That's a huge number, man.
Smack Utah.
That's a big number.
If you ain't pick the Denver game.
I did pick the Denver game. I picked Denver.
Yeah, you picked Denver.
Oh, you did? You picked
the under.
You picked Denver.
That's why I said to switch it up. Because Ryan Tannehill, man, you done got that money, bro.
For me,
got
it ain't
money
even
twice.
Ryan. For me, it ain't even Ryan Tannehill, man. It's
You like Denver?
no. It's just the mile high, man. I don't think it's hard to just rely on a running game and run a guy like that big, man. Like Derrick Henry, a big dude, man. Just run him into the ground up there.
I
First
think they're
game
gonna
of the
play
season
action.
too.
Which means Ryan
No
Tannehill's gonna
preseason.
have to make. Which means Ryan Tannehill's gonna have to throw the ball, man,
He's gonna throw like 3
win
times.
that game.
It's gonna be touchdown. He's gonna throw like 3 times. It's like Jimmy Garoppolo, boy. Watch.
He won.
They're gonna win that game with three. But Ryan Tannehill throwing that thing 3 times.
My man threw it 8 times and we
He
won.
said he gonna get his Tebow. He gonna get his Tebow on.
Yep. Hey, listen. Like I said, we're excited, man, about football being back. That's our Pick'em show, our Football Friday show. This segment we do final thoughts.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
My final thought is when it comes to these picks, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible, especially when we're talking about the 49ers or the Eagles or the Ravens. Particularly with the 49ers and Eagles, because my wife is an Eagles fan as well. So yeah, I like to be unbiased as possible, but my tickets may be different than my pick. The FYI, because I got a plethora of picks. I'm not going to go with everything that I just said, because I might find something Saturday morning or Saturday night that changes my mind. That's my final thought.
My final thought is don't play the picks that we gave you. You know, don't do that to you. Don't do that to me or my co-host. Then blame us. Don't blame us. Don't blame us. Don't blame us. Don't blame us. We, you know what I mean? We just giving our opinion. You go with your gut.
Go with you, how you feel.
Go with your gut. If
we
your
ain't
gut, because like Tamon just said, I might in this show and look at the TV and be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna change my mind right now. You know what I mean? And I might not tell y'all, but my ticket will tell the story when I post it on Facebook. So
there's been several times ESPN has changed my mind on Sunday morning to say, you know what, y'all are right.
Man, you know what I used to love? I'm sorry, we was doing closing thoughts. What was it? The playbook with
Yes.
Charles on
yes.
Sunday morning. Man, I used to love that, man.
Yep.
It still comes on. It's like late Saturday night.
I thought it was early. I thought it came early.
Well, yeah, I guess late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, like 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
God, I ain't gonna make the game, man.
Hey, listen, my final thought right on line with them. Don't pick with your heart, and pick with your head. You use your own judgment. This is our show. Don't blame Speak on it for saying that you lost money. Listen, we just
but let us know if you won.
Yeah, let us know
if you won.
Let us know
if we
don't let us know if we won because we probably changed our picks from the show.
No,
so don't tell me that you won from our picks. Don't do that.
Let us know so that way we can start getting advice from you.
Absolutely. And if you
we should have just took our own advice.
Like I said, if you won off of my picks,
we should have took our own advice.
Yeah.
I need a cut.
Right? Like, which game did you pick? Which one was mine? Are we going half on this? If I put $1, you put $1.
But that's our show, man. Like I said, I'm super excited with football back. I'm excited that we got a bunch of sports on in September, so it's like every day you get it's something to do. So I'm excited about that. But again, if you like our show, if you like any of our shows on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, make sure you go to our link tree and see exactly where we are on whether that's a Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, anywhere. Make sure you drop a comment in our on our page to let us know if, like Tamon said, if you won, if you didn't win, if you liked our picks, if you think we're crazy on any of our shows, or if you want to come on the show and do a show, if you have a topic to talk about. Make sure that you drop a comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, listen to us on Spotify. But until next time, y'all, that's our show for the day. Speak on it.